All-star. I mean, listen, man, every single night dude steps on the floor, he is starting to be the best player on the floor. Mm-hmm. And that's saying if he's out there with AD and LeBron, if he's out there with Steph, if he is out there with no matter what the other name is on the other side, when it comes down to just straight basketball, not what your aura is, not what your fame that you have amassed at this point, just in that night on the floor for the people who are playing, he is different than everyone else on the floor. Yeah. And it's been fun to watch him dominate in the way that he has and welcome and wanted on a nightly basis. This isn't like sometimes you can get into a stretch where you're playing well and it's just like I'm playing well. But Jaren has had some games where he hasn't played well within it in terms of the efficiency of the shot making. He's had those games, and he still has been as aggressive to get the next shot. Mm-hmm. He's been able to come in after the game and say, I need to be better. And then the next night, and then from those nights on, we see a better Jaren. I just think in all facets, on and off the floor, mentally and physically, we're seeing the best Jaren Jackson Jr. that we have ever seen.
A couple of things. One, I'm always down on the floor when the guys are warming up, and just kind of watch and observe. And there's nothing really that stands out usually when you watch guys warm up,
right.
But I find it interesting that the shots that Jaren is making in the games and dominating making those shots, the left-hander,
the reverse spin.
Those are the shots he is doing in warm-ups.
Yes.
He's working on the shots that he's making in the games. And it feels like that's a guy who's taking his warm-up seriously. Well, not that everybody doesn't, but that's how dialed in he is right now, I think.
Well, there is less chatter with everyone else that's around while he's working out. Mm-hmm. Like he still engages just because that's just his nature and his personality. But there is a lot more. Once I start into this routine, I'm into my routine of working out.
Yeah.
When I'm done, then it's back to the happy-go-lucky Jaren that we all know him to be. But yeah, I'm telling you, this is a version that I think everyone was wanting him to realize he could get to. Mm-hmm. I think that a lot of us saw it in him before he saw it in himself, all the way to do it to this level while still playing with a superstar. Like sometimes you get to a point where, when he's not there, I'll do it. But I think Jaren has gotten to the point where no matter when, who's on the floor, how it's going, this is how I play.
Right.
And I think that everyone has been like, bro, hey, keep going. You know what I mean? Like, we all believe in you. Let's go.
I liked when I had him in the postgame show and I asked him about you calling him unstoppable. And if that's the mindset he has. And his answer was, that's the mindset I have to have.
Right.
And he said, and then he started talking about trusting the work. And he said, if you trust the work, everything's going to work out for you. And he said, and that's what I have to focus on is my work. And I was like, I love that he has that mentality because maybe younger Jaren may have just been like, I'm not unstoppable.
Exactly.
Shucks, come on. I'm just doing what the defense gives me, and it may have been, but he has that mindset of, yes, I can dominate. And
seventh year Jaren, that's what we got.
I mean, last year we're talking about how's Jaren going to get better. I think we're seeing it.
This is how, the talent was always there. It was how do you manifest it on a nightly basis.
Yeah.
But how do you take it to the step of the mentality of being that player? Like you in the NBA, I always say, everybody comes into the NBA a star. There's only a certain amount of people who can continue to elevate within the NBA. The rest of us become role players. Mm-hmm. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You make a lot of money and you would set yourself up really nicely being a role player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Case in point.
Yeah.
Right here is how you do it. But there's
3 games with the Suns. 3.
But there's those other guys that they keep moving up while within this game. That's Jaren.
Yeah.
He's that level of player, and I'm glad he's showing it.
It's amazing to think, too. I mean, he's still so young.
Yes.
He hasn't reached his peak.
But do you see it? The other big thing that changes, the physical change that we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the other reason why he's able to, number one, play every night. And now when you ask him to play more minutes and take more on, he can do that and still be as efficient as he is when he plays short minutes. It's just the entirety of what he has done physically, conditioning-wise, his game. I mean, it has allowed him to be where he is today.
Yeah.